So what do you
And the
mean by
other,
building audience? I want to understand this, right? So is it you establishing yourself as a brand or influencer, or like is it that company's brand? Like what's
yeah,
happening on LinkedIn? Just deep
a-
dive into it.
uh, m- m-
Just start from your
so
top of funnel so that we could deep dive and
yeah,
understand how it's all working for you. Just purely from
I
a
think
top
we
of
have
funnel perspective, like what's working for you as of today?
I think we've tried many different things, and some things were not that effective. We did outbound sales, which is maybe a go to tactic for early stage, and it maybe also because of the people we were, it didn't work very well for us. So instead, what we did was we went and did we're selling a lot to marketing people and marketing ops people, commercial
Okay.
ops people, and they spend a lot of time on LinkedIn. So we basically build up an audience on LinkedIn by talking to these people,
Mhm.
and that has been probably our most successful growth factor.
All right. So what do
And
you
the
mean
other,
by building audience? I want to understand this, right? So is it you establishing yourself as a brand or influencer, or like is it that company's brand? Like what's
yeah,
happening on LinkedIn? Just deep dive into it.
me and other people from the company. So we made it sort of a mission for everybody in the commercial team to be very visible on LinkedIn and communicate to our sort of core audience, our ICP and core persona, and basically engage with them and talk about things that they care about, which is marketing, marketing, B2B SaaS marketing. How do you do it? What worked with this, and what are the pains? Basically, I think it's not that hard if you if you're super excited about yourself. It's just talking about the stuff that you love and building connections with these people. And for salespeople, because sometimes we have salespeople that would come in from other verticals. Well, that is part of their onboarding is, stepping into this social media selling strategy and building up their audience.
Okay. So
Does that make sense?
I want to understand a bit more here, right? So just help me quantify, right? So out of you've got around 75 new customers, right? So
Mhm.
what proportion of these customers have actually discovered you through this social media strategy of yours?
Yeah, I would say probably 50 to 60%.
So just I
Yeah.
think obviously I want to focus on the most brilliant thing that you're doing, right? So just talk about this LinkedIn social selling strategy that you have. Just talk clearly what's happening, right? So how many people on your team? What exactly do they do on a regular basis? Do you really go and connect to these cold cold
Yeah.
leads out there? What's the exact strategy? Just talk about that process here.
So the strategy is like one, make sure you use up all your connections,
Mhm.
and two, make sure that you understand that you talk about something that people care about. Don't talk about your product, don't talk about yourself, but talk about the problems that you share with your customers. So you're a salesperson, you're selling. Okay, talk about selling. That will help you engage with an audience that cares about selling and go to market. Don't tell them that your product is going to be fantastic and solve that problem, but just talk about, how you use your own product, or how you have, pains with your boss, or whatever it is that is
Yeah.
like something that you care deeply about. Just be quite consistent about talking about that. That's how you build an audience. And it can be, things can range from very serious topics. So it could be like, you're struggling with your boss, or like your burnout, or like you can have different things that are like heavy topics,
Mhm.
which are relevant, but you can also have very light stuff like memes, or you post like repurpose memes, and we have a lot of
Yeah.
success with that.
So
Um,
how many folks in your team sort of do this on a regular basis, right? So and how many followers do they have, like typically?
so we have around like 8 people doing this very regularly, and the most successful of them have like plus 10,000 followers. And if you're new to it or not as active
Yeah.
as the best of us, then you might be at a couple of thousand followers. So
And do you, as a company, focus on building this audience as well, right? How do you grow that 10,000 number to, let's say, 20,000? Do you have any tips or tricks there, or it just happens
yeah, I
organically for
think
you?
we made a conscious decision to make this personal. So I
Mhm.
think that's also maybe the risky part of it. it is not as such a company asset. It is more of a personal asset for the commercial person, for the salesperson, or the CS person, or the marketing person. And that works really well on a platform like LinkedIn, where it is personal. But of course, it is, in that sense, a bit risky, because it is not Dream Data that has all the followers. It is Laura who has the followers, or Stefan, or you have to live with that.
Okay, so it's just you depending upon your team, teammates, to sort of go about doing their business and getting things done, right? So you don't have any particular strategy or vision around how many followers you want to grow to. It's just happening organically. Is that how it is?
I think it's happening organically, but also by us talking a lot about it and leading around it, making space for it, and also talking about it as something that is important to the company.
Got it.
Because that is building a lot of pipeline. Right?
Got it. Thanks for watching the B2B SaaS podcast channel. Please make sure to subscribe to the channel here.